right, folks, we are set and we are off and running here in the Micro E 4-7 limited class. If you guys getting a little out of shape going off the gate, but into the first turn, it looks like you're going to have a pretty good group of riders make it there. So who's going to get that Stasic hole shot? Trying to look at the number, maybe 80. Is that the 81?
3 wide.
Yeah,
this is a great one. You can actually cheer for these guys.
There
86, Mason Wheeler out of Missouri. You can cheer for them. They'll look at you. It's like being at a softball game or something. You cheer for somebody, they look at you as they're rounding first.
We got a little battle for the lead and a change for the lead already. The 29 machine goes to the lead. That is Levi Meyer, and Meyer won our first moto. Mason Wheeler was 7th in the first moto, so Levi Meyer taking advantage of getting some fresh air early in this one.
And the 22 sitting in third, trying to make moves through the 10 Commandments as well. And look at all of these 50s making their way through. Obviously, workers doing a great job there as the riders picking and choosing their way around. Some tight racing for the final 2 spots on the podium, but your leader's trying to check out on this one, Kellen.
Yeah, he's already opened up a little bit of a gap as he doubled off that triple jump back into Storyland. And I'll tell you what, man, we've said it so many times in these other classes, just getting out front and seeing the track first, right? All these kids, they didn't take the sight lap. They don't know exactly what it is that they're coming up onto, but you're seeing it from Levi Meyer, our leader. Doesn't look scared of that at all, man. He is just sending it and going for all those hot lines around this racetrack.
Yeah, that's a great point to bring up. These riders that you're seeing on track right now were not on track just a few minutes ago for that sight lap. They were sitting on the line. We had decided beforehand when the weather was at its worst that they were not going to take a sighting lap. And so, yeah, this is just straight from the drop. We're going for it. And so it seems to be working out right now for your leader. Oh, both feet coming off the pegs. Little paddling there, little paddling. But,
found the deepest rut so far.
Absolutely, and it looks like the rest of the field is following. And so second place going to slow down or go down there.
I think that might have been the 22 there of Huxley Nolan out of Australia, who tipped over on the inside, and a few other riders getting hung up. Man, that sand, like we said, it doesn't matter if it's wet or not. It is just going to take you down at its first chance of coming through it.
Wow, you saw the Rocky Mountain Sand section living up to its name right there, grabbing riders left and right. And now making their way through the Thor Sand Sweeper.
Hey, while we're waiting on these riders to check through with their first lap completed, I just got back from the arena. We've got the Moto T's, not Jeopardy tonight. It's a Jeopardy-inspired trivia tonight. It is going to be a blast. It is all related about events here at Loretta Lynn's. Riders, both at the pro level, amateur level. I mean, it basically covers everything, all things related to motocross, supercross, Loretta Lynn's. Here's why you need to be there. We're going to do 3 separate rounds, 5 different people each, or excuse me, 3 separate rounds, 5 different people each. The top 1 from each of those 3 will advance to the finale. Those 3 will duke it out for, listen to this. Here's your grand prize, your first runner-up, second runner-up. This is why I wanted your attention. So if you know your moto trivia, this is probably for you late teens and adults. Here's the grand prize. You get free hookup at Loretta's for 2024. You get the VIP experience for 4 at a Pro National of your choice, $250 Moto T's gift card, and a Yamaha generator. Not bad. First runner-up, you get a guaranteed hookup spot at 2024. Now, that's not a free hookup. It's a guaranteed hookup, so you don't have to stress, am I going to get a hookup this year? It's guaranteed. You get the VIP experience, as mentioned, like for Pro National. You get a $100 gift card, and then your second runner-up, for next year for Loretta's, you get a free pit vehicle pass. Now, don't bring, the Suburban, the Yukon, the Hummer. It's got to be an actual pit vehicle. You get 4 free pit passes at a Pro National of your choice. You get a $40 Moto T's gift card, and everybody who participates, gets a free Moto T's t-shirt valued at $40. So that's coming up tonight at 8:30. I'm going to be hosting it. We'll set it off. Let's get back to racing.
All that stuff sounds fantastic, and man, could you imagine winning a few of those things for you and your family next year? That would be great, so definitely check that out. As we get back to our racing here, though, Zach, man, Levi Meyer, he is walking away with this thing rather quickly.
Yeah, this is pretty incredible right now. The number 29 laying the wood to him. There's no other way to put it. As we watch a pass being made on screen, getting ready to go into the Rocky Mountain Sand section.
Yeah, it looks like that was...
Might have been Grayson Shelton and Jackson Morris.
Yep.
So that could have been the pass for third.
Definitely the 86 of Mason Wheeler just at the front of that group. I'm not sure. I think that is our second place rider still as they go over the Rocky Mountains. So Mason Wheeler on the 86 still in second. Like you said, we had Jackson Morris on the 36. He was in a battle down that back straightaway, and it does seem like Morris is able to retain third. So if Grayson Shelton was on him right there, Morris is still in that 3 spot right now.
And this is exciting to watch, those e-bikes leaping up and onto that jump. And this is, we talk about how it sounds different, not quite the same, but the power delivery in these electric bikes are completely different. There's not gears or anything like that. So the riding style has to be adapted for some of these riders riding e-bikes full time.
Absolutely. The low range all the way up to the top, you know, you go and grab that throttle and it'll pull coming out of the corner. You don't need to worry about a clutch, no shifting, anything like that. It is just get on and go. And that's exactly what these kids out front right now are doing. So still Levi Meyer leading, Mason Wheeler in second, and it is actually the 84 of Jarrett Tincher who climbed 6 positions that last lap alone all the way to third. He kind of flew under our nose a little bit to get all the way up into third place.
Just behind him, Justice Peterson picks up 4 positions to hop into the 4th place spot. So both of them on a roll. Brantley Tursky checks in 5th. Nathan Tucker now in the 6th place spot with Huxley Nolan holding down 7th. Jet Rao in 8th, Matthew Simonov in 9th, and Enzo Pasca rounding out the top 10.
Yeah, good group right here, and we're already seeing a little bit of that separation from our front group as more battles start to kind of build behind, I think, our top 3 or so riders as we see the 86 go into the commandments there. So Wheeler's still holding on to second. I feel like Jarrett Tincher on that 84, though, he has got his sights focused forward on that 86, and he's going to try to go after him for second place.
Yeah, the hunter and the hunted right here on screen as the 86 trying to just focus forward. We talked about these bikes being quieter. I wonder if it's a little easier for them to hear when somebody starts riding up on them. And some of these riders even being able to, you could probably talk to one another out there and hear it if you really wanted to.
Or you might also not hear them at all. You
exactly.
don't hear a machine coming behind you and suddenly, whoa, there's a rider on the inside line trying to get around me. So if you're Wheeler in that second spot with Tincher closing up, you know, we say don't look back because it slows you down, but maybe just a peek here and there to say, okay, that's where he is, that's the line he's going into.
And a lot of these riders are already smart enough to be at that point. Right when they're exiting the corner, quick little glance in the corner of the eye, try to catch a fender or something like that, just to gauge the distance back. It's, you know, we use the big word, racecraft. It's incredible to see how much these micro E's are able to do it. As we are watching right now, the 86.
Yeah, that's Wheeler and Tincher going to battle as they go through the sand. You see Tincher on that rear fender just leaning back through the sand.
Wow.
And Wheeler kicking a leg off. He got a little sideways, but Tincher able to slide through and make that pass in second place.
Tincher took that Cobra around the outside, wide open, never cracked the throttle.
He definitely has a little bit of the skill sets that we see from some of our bigger riders. He's leaned back on the bike. He looks like he was riding on the balls of his feet a little bit, trying to make sure that the suspension underneath of him works, right? You know, it gets planted in that sand, and he's still getting forward drive instead of getting bogged down like we maybe saw a little bit there from the 84 of Tincher. Absolutely,
and looking just out the window, the number 86 isn't giving up yet. He is still hot on the heels of Tincher. They both dive to the inside of that Thor Sand sweeper.
White flag is waving, so Levi Meyer checking in out front again on his way potentially to a Moto victory here in Moto number 2, trying to sweep the first 2 motos of the week here in Micro E 4-7 limited. And there he is on your screen, getting one last look at the pit board as he goes by the mechanics area. A little bit more cheering on, and oh, there it is, a little look right there at the pit board. It's going to try to put, looks like the 73 of Caverick Stewart a lap down. So a rough moto this time around for Caverick Stewart, who was 3rd in our first moto. Not sure what happened to the 73. Had a rough lap last time by, so maybe he had a little bit of a crash early on or something like that. But for Meyer, it's really just trying to bring it home on this last lap. You got a big enough gap.
Absolutely. Meyer looking like an Andrew Short copycat out there, just getting the job done. Catching a little air through the commandments.
Yeah, he looks like he wants to double.
He's thinking about it.
He's leaned off the back and trying to get a little extra seat bounce maybe off of this Micro E machine. The seat bounce double through those commandments. Once you get one of them, the second one's a little easier, right? But crunched a little of them through there.
And there was that look back we talked about. Just a quick glance over into the commandments. Do I see second place sneaking up on me? There it is once again. So the 29, he's making sure nobody's catching up to him that he's not expecting. As he's got a 20-second lead to play with there. And he's trying to get his way around this lapped rider. I think that's the number 73 of Caverick Stewart.
Yeah,
hanging out.
Yeah, Stewart was third in the first moto, so the speed-wise, Caverick Stewart could be able to battle with Levi Meyer, but for some reason, just not a good moto this time.
And I think that's exactly what he did, as he pulled back away from your race leader. So some interesting developments there. Your first race, you said he got third in the first moto?
Yeah.
Wow, so not a good start there from the number 73, but good to see him still able to stay up and running and to keep charging here in Moto 2.
I feel like with Levi Meyer, with those lookbacks, he almost has to like do a double take. Like, wait, they're not even there. Like, he's got such a big lead. He has to keep double checking. All right, how far back are they actually? How much time do I have in hand? As he works his way through the sand here on the last lap, he's going to close up on the 38 machine there of Grayson Shelton, who's doing a good job of just tiptoeing his way through and making sure he doesn't fall in the sand.
And look at your leader trying to find some smooth real estate, using every edge of the track that he feels comfortable. And this just shows you how deep the field is out here. This is the second lap rider where he has had trouble immediately catching up to and getting around. And he's taking a couple of glances over the shoulder. Got a little squirrely doing that a second ago. Got to focus forward. Only a couple of turns left.
Yeah, definitely don't want that. You don't want to look back. Oh, almost went down on the sand right there on the inside line. He's still looking back as he tiptoes through. He doesn't want to get stuck. Oh, is he going to get stuck?
What is happening here was...
He's kind of paddling through. Is that the 84?
That's the 84. We just had a pass with one turn left to go on the final lap.
So maybe that's why Meyer was looking back the whole time. He realized Tincher was closing in. And look at that. Jarrett Tincher is going to come from behind and completely steal this moto win away at the flag.
What a finish here. The number 29. I don't even know if the 29's aware. He's got his hand up in the air coming across the finish line.
What lap time did Tincher just run versus Meyer? Did a 3:15 on that last lap, so he was making all kinds of little mistakes, I guess. Oh man, that's absolutely wild, and he totally got stuck in the sand there on the last lap. So Tincher takes the win right there.
I'm watching out of the tower, trying to see exactly what's the commotion down in the after race area. It looked like both of them were going to try to ride the bikes up onto the podium. Yeah, that was a chaotic last lap. I thought after about the third look back, it seemed like there was something going on with Meyer. I'm curious whether or not it might have been a battery issue as well. You never know.
And even Tincher, when he made the pass, looked back and was like, wait a minute, did that just happen? Did I just pass for the lead on the last lap? And there it is, takes a checkered flag. We got a little fist pump right there over the line. I think that was Nathan Tucker on the 98 finishing up in 7th. And heck yeah, why not? You know, you had a fun moto. You got 7th after waiting all day long to go out there. And why not? A little fist pump, show some love.
Love it. Hey, guys, I'm going to jump in right here before Jason Wygant gets things going down on the podium. I know we're like short on time. Everything's going fast, but
we're ready.
Oh, you're ready? All right,
Let's
take it
go
away,
for it.
Weege. We'll take it away from you.
Thanks, dude. That is amazing. That final lap, you just never give up on it. We had this guy 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and then he gets the gold right on the final lap. Let's hear it for Jarrett Tincher. One of these is gold. One of these is a gold. That's the one you want. Jarrett never gave up on it. Made a last lap pass for the gold. How's that feel?
Good.
What's the track like for you guys?
Rough.
Made it through okay, though? Any big moments? Stayed on 2 wheels the whole time?
Yeah.
Who do you want to thank, Jarrett?
Mom, Dad, Baxter Electric, West Virginia Karate Academy, OGs, Rob Minton, Minton Cycle, PR2, HTMX, Dumlock Tires, LST, OGs. That's it.
Jarrett Tincher takes the win. Congratulations to him. Levi Meyer led the majority of this one. He got the first moto win, so he's still looking good for the title. I want to bring Levi on up, and also Mason Wheeler, who is our whole shot award. Great job, Jarrett Tincher. Let's bring Levi on up. It's all right, because Levi still looking good for a title. He's going to bring 1-2 scores into the final moto if we get that one in yet tomorrow. Here we go. Levi, man, how was that? I know you wanted to win it, but you're looking good for the title. That's all right.
Yeah.
Yep. How was the track, dude? Tough?
It's muddy.
Yeah, it's muddy. Who do you want to thank, Levi? You're riding great this week.
My mom, Dad, Motor Bros, GPF 110, FMF, 113 Angus, 2 Live Paint, and everybody else, and that's all.
All right, let's hear it for him. Levi Meyer, silver medal, 2nd place. And looking good for a #1 plate. Depending on how that shakes out, I'm looking for Huxley Nolan. You're good, thank you. Huxley Nolan will get the bronze, and Mason Wheeler will collect our whole shot award. So if we got Huxley or Mason, all right, here we go. Third place. Yeah, Huxley, let's hear it for him. Third place in Mini E. Tell me about that race, Huxley.
I got the good start. I crashed on the first lap. The bike wouldn't go. I had to turn it back off, turned it back on, got going. I raced back to third.
That's amazing. Great job. Who do you want to thank?
Copper Moto Australia, Clips, Oakley, VP Racing, CRC, We Are Lusty, Elbeck, Bold. That's it.
All right, let's hear it for third place, Huxley Nolan. Mason Wheeler, if you're around, I got a whole shot check for you, which is big because it's Stasic, and these kids clearly like riding electric motorcycles. Oh, here we go. Let's hear from Mason Wheeler with our whole shot. Here, I'll bring you right down to the middle so everybody can see you. How'd you get that start, buddy?
I just got the jump, focused on the gate, and just was wide open down the whole straightaway and happened to get the whole shot.
Who do you want to thank?
My mom, my dad, Big St. Charles, the Lord for keeping me safe, and that's all.
All right, let's hear it for a whole shot winner. These kids will put $100 from Stasic to use. Okay, one micro class down, 3 to go. Let's send it back up.